Close Up is brought to you by the Kia Sorento R, redefining the power of Kia.
Could you live on $2.25 a day? It certainly wouldn't go far, and it's what people below the poverty line scrape by on. To raise money for charity, some others who certainly don't have to have been trying it. Look, you might dismiss this as a stunt, but what they've discovered is no joke. Here's Matt Chisholm.
All I wanted this afternoon was a cup of tea.
It's back to basics.
No burgers tonight. I'm having red lentil stew.
Simple fodder and not much of it.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since 12:30.
I was peeling the potatoes and realised just before I went to throw these away that I've got a little bit of oil left and some salt. Why not fry them?
You'd probably eat potato peels too if you had to live on just $2.25 a day for 5 days. That's 15 meals for a little more than $11.
You could blow $11.25 on coffee for two at a cafe. It bought me oats and brown sugar for breakfast, 5 days, a really basic lentil stew for lunch for 5 days, and a potato and leek soup for dinner every night of the week, with flatbreads that I'll make out of flour and oil.
So no meat this week for me. That's okay.
Courtney Peters and Dominic Foree are two of 1,300 Kiwis who are this week choosing to live below the extreme poverty line.
It's going to be a pretty watery soup, but it'll see me through.
Having a taste of what 1.4 billion people across the world live like every day. Every meal this week, just 75 cents.
Which is pretty generous considering that's actually the poverty line that people live on to pay for food, shelter, education, healthcare.
Those hungry people, last week a world away from these food writers and their 12-hour smoked brisket hash and teriyaki kedgeree.
I've come to love food since starting cooking it myself, I guess, and going to restaurants and spending probably more money than I should on food as well.
So, how would these foodies fare on the Live Below the Line challenge?
Oh, it's like eating chips, like...
That good?
Yeah.
Well, at the end of day one, and despite being resourceful, they're already feeling the pinch.
I'm a little bit shaky, to be honest. I have a terrible sweet tooth, and about 3 o'clock every day I need to have something sweet, and today I had nothing.
Dom, no coffee?
Struggling. Yeah, the caffeine withdrawal is definitely a thing. I didn't think it was a thing, but it's a thing. For me, the thing I'm worried about the most is just how much I've rationed out for each day. I don't want to get to the end of the week and have nothing left.
A reality for the 25,000 people around the world who die every day from hunger.
Why would you want to put yourselves through this?
We know how many people live below the poverty line, but do you know what that's actually like? Can you have any kind of perspective when you live the lives that we do?
While Courtney and Dom have already gained a better understanding of poverty, they've raised about $1,000 to fight it.
It's actually been really overwhelming. I've been surprised.
Money that's going to Oxfam.
The money will go into our projects that help people in the developing world, in the poorest places in the developing world. We also have a focus in our neighbourhood, in the Pacific.
Countries like Vanuatu.
For some people, maybe they haven't really come to experience what is clean water like.
Where one of Oxfam's charity partners receives on average $280,000 a year to build infrastructure and provide education.
The work that we are doing is really touching the lives of the people.
Oxfam's Executive Director, Barry Coates, has seen the difference charities like his have made. And not only is he talking the talk...
And Barry has rice and a bit of dal and a few lentils.
This week, he's walking the walk.
Almost a walk in someone's shoes with somebody in poverty. You know, it's not a very good analogy because most people in extreme poverty don't have shoes.
Yeah.
3 days into the challenge and the foodies are frustrated, hungry and down on energy.
This experience has taken all the joy out of food, essentially, and you're basically just eating to survive.
It's boring. It's getting more and more boring, and I'm faced with 2 more days of this.
But they say their small glimpse of poverty is worthwhile to help others escape a whole life of it.
It's luck of the draw. You know, we were born into the lives that we were born into. People who live in poverty were often born into poverty. They had no choice.
1.4 billion people living like we're living, but worse, much worse than what we're doing this week. Is really not okay with me.